Alright, hello again YouTube and welcome to more From the Depths. I do still have COVID. This is one of the episodes recorded while I had that, so if I seem a little sort of ugh, or if I'm coughing, or if I just seem a bit tired, that's why. So, last time in the campaign, we had a major loss to one of these. This is a Dorado. This is a apparently normal difficulty airship, which successfully took on two of our cruisers and one of our helicopters and destroyed all of them, despite having sustained damage. So we need something that can take this on, and I'm thinking we're going to try and take it on in the skies. We're going to try and build a proper airship rather than a fighter or a helicopter or anything this time. Although a fighter might be an interesting idea. Hang on. That wasn't originally the plan, but I am just thinking now. Hang on. We spawn a Hake. What does that do against this thing? It's like what I think of for the small, stereotypical From the Depths fighter. Hake is small, it is agile, it is fast. Got accurate missiles. See how it actually does against this thing. Of course, a bit of this fight will be up to luck because agility-based vehicles always are. Yeah, no. They got that main gun off against it. So, we need something that can survive, or at least survive for long enough against that cannon. Is reasonably fast and can track fairly accurately. And I don't know quite how I'm going to go about this yet, so I'll probably do what I normally do, which is that I will build a part, and then I will come back to you guys and update you with how we're going. So yeah, back in a moment. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe a sort of array of these case-made simple guns as like the main weaponry. And sort of, I think it is sort of almost a bit sawfish-looking front, and then I'll put the control systems at the back and perhaps some missile launchers. Maybe even maybe two underslung large missile launchers. So we've got a sort of hail of fire coming from these, and then we've got two kind of finishing blows almost with those missiles. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'll get back to you guys in a minute when I've built a bit more. Okay, brief cutback. I'm not quite sure where we're going with this. It might be some kind of plane ultimately, but we have the weapon systems in. We've got the missile launchers. Although only one of them's in, and I have not kitted out the weapons at all yet in terms of actual like shells and things. We've got an engine in the back, nice efficient, roughly 3k power engine, although we seem to be having 6,000 from it, so I have no idea. Maybe their engine design's outdated. Adding on some wings. I don't know quite where this is going yet for design, but I'll get back to you again when I do. But yeah, that's where we're at. Update. Well, it's not... oh dear. Well, I was going to say it's not quite turning out how I thought it would. I actually have no idea how it was going to turn out. But it's starting to come together as something. It's quick. It's definitely fast. I got the missiles working. Let's try to work out why they wouldn't fire. I eventually worked it out. They are slow moving, but for converging from a distance, that should be fine. And their explosive power is yeah, we'll do that on a direct hit. So, oh, I think that's gonna go straight in the hole the last one made. No, it isn't. It's just gonna delete the entire bridge. So yeah, it's quite expensive. About 170,000, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Again, as you can see, it is very quick. It is very fast. I will add some improved detection. Maybe try and add some defenses. Definitely a weird ship compared to some of the stuff I built, but this might work. But I have to be reasonably confident it's going to work before I deploy something like this, just because of the sheer cost of it. But anyway, right, I'll make some more adjustments, and we'll be back in a moment with whatever this is turning into. It's so stupid looking. But yeah, back in a sec. Okay, so I've been doing some work on this thing, and I cannot get this to reliably work. So I might have to consider this design a bit of a dead end. And I figured I'd include this bit in the episode, because it happens sometimes with this game. I sometimes do end up with designs that just don't work out. They're just too fragile, or they have some major flaw. So I'll start again. Maybe we'll do... Oh, no, not that. Maybe we'll use one of their little examples. Maybe we'll build something a bit smaller and more agile. Maybe we'll do something else. This Dorado does seem to be quite solid, actually. I don't know exactly what yet. But yeah, I'll start from scratch. It won't take you guys much time in the episode. I think I'm also a bit out of it, which is not helping. As I said, COVID, but I've got to try and keep up with recordings. But yes, so again, I'll be back in a minute, and hopefully I'll work out something, a design that might work a little better. Alright, we're back. It's day 2. I'm feeling a lot more with it. This is a little something I've been working on that I've nicknamed for the moment the Sifter airship, because it kind of looked a bit like some kind of big like gulping fish with the sort of hexagonal shape. Or not hexagonal, but you know what I mean, the sort of rounded mouth shape. The idea that I'm currently thinking of being it will have a set of big front-facing large missiles. I do think those are the way to go, but I think they need to be bigger than on the slightly janky airship I built. Have that as its primary weapon, two of those launchers, or maybe 3 down the center. And then maybe some secondary guns on the outside, and keep it fairly small, maybe? Maybe smaller and lower cost. Build more of a battleship airship later. Maybe after I finish the big work in progress ship. But yeah, so that's where we're at. That's what I'm currently thinking. It's got a couple of Steam games inbuilt Steam hybrid generators. I figure those should be reasonably efficient. Oh. Actually give it enough ammo to... or resources to fuel it. It's using turbines. Yeah, so that's where we're at. That's what I'm thinking. And yeah, I'll get back to you guys in a minute when I've done some more of it. Alright, here's where we're at currently. This is the Sifter airship as it currently stands. And a few things have changed. We've fitted texture systems. We've got flight working properly. We've fitted armaments. So we have the 3 very large central torpedo launchers. And we have some secondary gun armaments with fairly wide coverage. Just one little shuriken as target practice. They're set to fire on quite a large delay, the missiles, just to make sure it. Although I'm actually wondering about that. Like a 5-second delay between each shot. I was thinking I want to space them out a bit, but I'm actually thinking I might cut that down to 1 second because the missiles are quite explosive. And I can't really armor the front of the ship to cover it, the hatch, although I suppose I could put a shield over it, like the Twin Guard do. But yeah, so I figured I maybe if I ever throw out the missiles quite quickly, then it's not sat full of explosive missiles most of the time. It is expensive, about 237,000. It's not cheap, and I'm not 100% sure where a lot of that cost comes from. I can only assume that it's just these missile racks. Are they really expensive? Yeah, 6,000 per thing. Yes, it is just the missile launcher that's the cost of this craft. However, that means we could potentially make a cheaper version as well. As while this should sledgehammer through most heavy craft, we could potentially make a gunboat version, or one with smaller missiles that would be cheaper. But yeah, so I'll colour this in. It hasn't really got any defensive systems at the moment apart from a radar decoy to draw away shots. I'm not really quite sure how I would defend it. So I'll maybe try it as is. I will, however, paint it. So I'll go away in a minute and I'll paint it. And then we'll try maybe loading one in the campaign and see how it does. Resources is the other thing I might add to this. I might add some... maybe some, like, container storage racks at the back. And I'm also going to set the AI so I actually know what the combat engagement distance is. Because I have not actually checked that. This container at the front at the top is full of the ammunition. I've deliberately, it's got about 1 to 2 meters of armor at the front of this. It's very thick. Yeah, what I'm thinking is I might do a little ammunition rack, little cargo rack off the back of this as well. But yes, I'll be back in a minute once I've done that and I've painted it. Okay, and that's the hopefully completed Sifter. Yeah, I've done a little bit of testing. It's looking good. So yeah, we'll get to loading one of these in the campaign and seeing how it actually works out. Now, it's not cheap, 236,000, and it is small for its cost. We could certainly have a bigger ship with more guns. It is these huge launchers that are very expensive, but they are also extremely destructive, so it's hopefully worth it. But yeah, that's where we're at. So yes, let's get to the campaign itself and finally record a special campaign this episode. I think we'll have enough to build one of these straight away. But possibly only from one spot. Oh, where are we at the moment? Moving now. Yeah, so the main reason we built this thing in the first place, after all, was because of moving now. Receiving. Issues with basically the Dorado destroying a lot of our stuff, including some of our cruisers. Receiving. Moving now. Greg, you want to stay there? Although it has filled up.
Receiving.
So in fact, before we do that, let's get a full-on outpost in. Okay, I guess the dredge doesn't have any repair tentacles on it. Let's add some of those then.
Listening. Receiving.
To a fleet, they might as well be. Right.
Listening.
Let's add some, at least a cargo container to it. Like we did with the other one. And there we go. Oh wow, for some resource gathering there, right. How many resources have we got on this one? 157,000. Yeah, we're getting a lot that are filling up actually. We maybe need to, maybe that'll be the next episode, we'll maybe need to design a
Receiving.
no, you should not be
Now,
leaving.
moving now.
Maybe need to design an actual proper base. I think resource storage is going to have to be a big priority for it at any rate. Yes, it's this one. Oh, this one hasn't even filled up yet, so if we make it big enough so that it could, in theory, be upgraded to a refinery if it gathered enough resources as well. Play the force, to it. Right, we have a new vehicle to build. Mr. Airship. Oh, we can have two. Really? Oh yeah, with the resources we have stored, yeah, because we are going to have to definitely load some resources into this container. Yeah, it should be enough. Again, it's those launchers. The rest of it's not too expensive. I guess we could reduce it to 2 launchers and put caps on the end of them, make it more durable. But for now, we'll try it as is. Yes, we do also have to give it a bit of a kickstart out of the water, because the thrusters are on the bottom. And up she goes. Hey, there we go. Right. You are actually an air vehicle for once, but you do also need stocking up. I put some resource storage on the back, but I didn't end up doing the full-size racks. They were causing balance issues in testing.
Listening. Receiving.
Procurement too high. Oh yeah, that's fine. Right.
Moving out.
How fast is the Sifter classified as being able to go? 43. Yes, it's the fastest ship yet. Resources, it does burn, so we might even want to do
Moving
a
out.
stop here temporarily.
Moving out.
Stop off at the dredge and fill up. Radar balloon, still good.
Receiving.
Our original main fleet is still okay. And it might even be able to fight off that Dorado because it was
Listening.
the cruise not being able to do enough damage fast enough that mostly it killed it. Oh, we also do have some radar equipment on board the Sifter, so it can actually spot.
Listening. Moving out.
Okay, it took 25,000 out of the dredge. That will keep its resources fairly high because it's...
Moving
We
out.
can stop off there and use some of the excess there.
Moving out.
But yeah, we'll keep its resources fairly high. In fact, this probably wants to be maxed out because... I think about it, because it's a big ship. It probably could have some improved shields on it. I haven't put them on yet, but we probably could. It felt quite expensive already, but...
Moving out. Receiving.
Okay, captured another bit of Deepwater Guard territory.
Moving now.
What we don't have over there is a, what we don't have over here is radar coverage, so it's balloon time. Probably the cruiser needs fitting with these aerials. But I have no idea how durable it actually is given its performance against the Dorado. I thought it was doing pretty good, but now I'm not sure, and I don't know if it's just because the Dorado has quite a big powerful gun or what, but up it goes. We sail away. Again, it's very bright and blue over here. Radar balloon into its own fleet.
Receiving.
Radar balloon, I'd like you to go as high as you
Moving
can.
out.
Oh, okay. Fishing hole.
Listening.
What is that? Airship gantry. Oh! That's the home base? Hang on. I didn't think we'd find the home base. Maybe we could find it. Maybe that could be our first test for our new flagship.
Listening. Moving out.
Here that the fleets are produced. Landlocked can't produce water units. Oh, this is air fleets, I guess. Yeah, we absolutely want to destroy this if we can. That'd be a huge win for us.
Listening. Moving out.
But we'll capture the territory near it first, especially since the main fleet is actually drawing in. Ah, there's the Dorado. Pequod, Prowler. Oh, Pequod. Ooh, okay. Those are, I think, reasonably scary as well. We might have a large-scale battle brewing here, I think. Pequod on a walrus. Okay. Yeah, tell you what.
Listening. Moving out.
Move to assist. Forget about that spot for the moment. Right. Large-scale battle incoming. I think. Now I'm going to include the whole force, so...
Receiving. Listening.
We're going to be on board the Sifter. Begin. Although I don't think it's actually got a seat on board. Nope, we're just standing on the roof. Missiles are away. A flight time of about half a minute, so I'm hoping we can actually reach the target before they run out. No notable damage from any ships reported, but we are taking hits by the look of it. Sifter's engines took a hit, but it's still flying. We destroyed something up there. That might have been the missiles hitting. Oh god. Loud. Yeah, engage that, please. Oh, that's Pequod. Okay. I thought it was a paddle gun for a moment. It's trying to engage. It's trying to match altitude, but it can't. Sifter has taken some damage. This was mainly superficial, though. Well, it's firing missiles again. So one of those missiles does to a walrus. Although I think that might in fact just be exactly what just happened there. Yeah, there's a big one in the water. Oh, and it's dead. Yeah, the Pequod is meant to be a submarine, but it's not doing that very well at the moment. Okay. Enemy fleet defeated. Not so bad.
Receiving. Listening.
Right.
Listening. Moving out.
Let's capture that spot and then let's go for their the gantry. Seems to be at full health. I think it's a good ship. I think it does help to be, because it's not the most solid, I think it does help to be supported by the main fleet. But it is fast on its own, so it does help for it to be able to move. 2 prowlers incoming. They're moving on the main fleet, that's fine. We'll have the main fleet deal with that. Sifter can hopefully destroy the airship gantry and slow down their production, or just outright destroy the faction. I genuinely don't know. Yeah, no, things seem to be going okay, though. But yeah, I think the ships, I think we've definitely found the fleet that's done best has been the main fleet that has a bit of everything. I think the ships we built do indeed spoil each other. I think the cruiser draws fire for the little patrol boats. Patrol boats actually do quite good damage, but they're fragile kind of thing. The 2 cruisers on their own couldn't deal with the thing. The fly traps are maybe just bad, but we could do some work on this.
Listening. Moving out.
We can probably start battle from here, actually. Hey, slightly larger fight. I'm assuming this is, yeah, I was going to say an airship duel, but I'm going to assume it's also going to be the surface-based attack. I probably should have brought reinforcements on reflection, because I could see at least one airship orbiting there, but... Oh, they actually got a boss theme. Oh, something hasn't spawned in there. That's interesting. I thought we had the battle size set to max. Okay, it was not. Ooh, is that their airship gantry? What is this little... what is this little tumbling fella? Oh, it's a tiny fighter. I see. Yeah, there's a dockyard here. I think it's just come under attack. And there's this thing. What is this? This is quite nasty looking. Hit that, please. Oh, is that a carrier? Haven't I seen these before? These are like little carrier aircraft. Yeah, I think he's the one launching those fighters. Still running? They look like it. I guess they may be quite tough, even if they're quite large. Interestingly enough, we're still flying. I thought we were taking quite a lot of fire, but our primary systems seem to be online for the most part. I suppose as long as we get a missile hit off on something like that. Yeah. Oh. It could chip away at me for a long time, but one hit like that killed it. And there's another missile going after it. I'm digging the pirate attack music. This is good. As the battle moves on to its second day, we move in for the kill, apparently. Sustained by repairs. I'm not even sure what's doing the repairing at this point. That was the repair tower. Okay.
Engaging now.
That little fighter's still there. Tell you what, we do need the chair on board this thing. I might put my own little control seat on and then use it just very quickly to try and snipe that aeroplane. That little chair is going to be just below jet engine height. So no, clickety click, the missiles aren't loaded. Good. That's all I wanted to do, was make sure that thing didn't bother us. Whoa, okay, we destroyed the big gantry. We've got regular shells, just hit that pretty hard actually. Yeah, the high explosive, the shells coming out of those simple weapon guns. But really, yeah, that's our main weapon. Now this thing is expensive to fire. It does burn through a lot of resources in combat. So it's not a cheap vehicle to use in combat, but as you can see, the firepower, if it works as intended, is pretty good. And it's gone. What's left here? A little resource gathering tower. Oh, a little resource truck. It's cute, that. And a house. About to get... oh, rip resource truck. I think the tower is about to get sliced in two, quite possibly here in a moment. Well, not quite, but we did a good job. It's a good try. I also don't know whether it would be better to... This is one for you guys in the comments. Do you think it would be better to swap half those missiles out for explosives or for fragments? Because we're using 2 explosive warheads at the moment. Do you think it would be better to have that as half fragment with that likely to do more damage? I genuinely don't know. They do seem to be working reasonably well as explosives. Oh, it should probably be on continuous salvo mode, though, I think. Yeah. We are going to set it to full salvo. I'd like it to reload all missiles before firing. Hey, we did it.
Listening.
The only thing is, it's a land gathering point, and we don't have a land harvester. And I guess that wasn't enough to wipe out the whole Deepwater Guard.
Listening.
Yeah, we need to
Moving
capture
out.
anyway. But we've certainly hurt them. Is it the main fleet? That is the main fleet. Let's do the main fleet battle against these 2 prowlers, and then we'll call it a day. For this episode, I think that's about right time-wise. I'm not sure. I've recorded it over 2 days, and time is meaningless. So prowlers, I believe, are like Captain Sal's battleship. As in, they're literally the same vehicle. Yeah, cram cannon wielding battleships, and I think we're a little bit slow for this. We might have deployed a bit far away. Well, maybe not. We seem to be getting okay hits. Yes, they are. The small missiles are almost in range, and the fragments are starting to hit. As our sea was doing, I can see explosions in the air near the cruiser, but I can't tell if they're hitting anything or not. Oh, that one did. You see the shells blinking out. Missiles close again. Verging to target. Oh, they're literally just on the brink of hitting. Oh, torpedoes. Yeah, this one on the right is taking a lot more damage, I think. Ah, got it. One down. Excellent hits. Okay, and that's 2 down.
Receiving. Moving now.
Hey, let's have them move through, grab those resources. Sifter is moving today, yeah. So I'd say that was a good day. Really, I'd say we made some good progress. We got our airship working finally, despite me having a COVID burned out brain yesterday and not being quite sure what to do. Yeah, I am not quite sure what our next build wants to be. We probably do want to keep going in terms of making stuff.
Moving
Are
now.
you guys the same fleet? You should be one fleet. Okay. We do have quite a lot of resources around, so we certainly could try and build something else. Again, I'm not quite sure what our best bet would be. We could obviously keep designing our heavy cruiser. I could even just do some more work on that, perhaps, between episodes. So I'd like to get that up and going at some point. So I'll maybe do some work between episodes, get a bit more of that built, and then we'll do some more, show off what we've done, and then do some more combat. Is what I'm thinking for now. No, we need the base as well. So maybe do a bit more of that. Design our own version of a base, and then maybe move from there. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this so far, and I'll see you guys all again next time. Bye-bye!